It's really important that we got a hold of those players because there are clearly, Alexa, a lot of open spots to fill on this USC team. Replacing Juju at that wide receiver position on the offensive side of the ball is probably going to be the hardest thing to do. Michael Pittman Jr. is a name that comes to my mind in terms of replacing him. He's a true sophomore. He stands at 6'4". He would come in and be a huge target for Sam Darnold in the red zone, where USC ranked 8th in the Pac-12 last season. But then you look at the offensive line, lost players like Damian Mama, the biggest player in college football, and Zach Banner. What does it mean to this team when you lose players like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, these two spots on the offensive line, they have big shoes to fill, not only because those guys that left are great players, but also because they're large in size. So players like Chuma Edoga and Chris Brown could see some playing time at these spots as they were the backups to both Mama and Banner. But we're also seeing Toa Lobendon coming off of his ACL injury, and so he will get some playing time as well. Nico Fala took over for him at center, so we think tackle could be a great place for him.
What about the recruits who just came in? Who can take over there?
Yeah, there are a lot of great recruits. Andrew Voorhees, Brett Nealon, Elijah Vera Tucker, and Jalen McKenzie could all see some playing time on this line because there are open spots and people moving around to try and make sure the pieces fit where they may.
Yeah, lots of open spots because they did lose 4 starters on the offensive side of the ball. So with that, what do you think may be the weakest part of this offense next year?
Yeah, I mean, losing Juju was a big hit to this wide receiver position. While the guys in that position are very talented, they're also very inexperienced. So 5-star recruit Joseph Lewis can be a great addition to that spot, and he can really make a splash. But I think the biggest problem that's going to be coming with the offense is figuring out where everyone fits on this offensive line. But I think once we figure out where everyone should go, there won't be a lot of big holes, and it should run pretty smoothly.
Well, that would be nice because on the defensive side of the ball, they also lost 4 starters. It's going to be a nose tackle, linebacker, strong safety, and cornerback. We all know who that was. Adoree Jackson did a lot more than just play defense. How do you replace a player like him? Can you even replace a player like him?
Adoree Jackson is irreplaceable. I can hands down say you cannot replace a player like him. Offense, defense, special teams, there was no one like him. And the problem is going to be you're going to have to fill 3 spots that one player played. So now you need 3 guys to play and do what Adoree did. And so that's going to be really hard, and I can easily say that he was probably the biggest hit this team took at the end of the season.
What about the D-line? Stevie T was the anchor to that D-line, really helped in the run game. USC was great defending the run game last season, but he's gone. So who fills that position next season?
I think there are a lot of great defensive line recruits that can come in and take this spot, but we also have to remember former 5-star recruit Kenny Bigelow, who has fought through 2 ACL injuries and is currently coming off of his 2nd one. So I think he could be a great fit for that. But there also is Marlon Tuipolotu, who recently broke Twitter, decommitting from Washington to commit to SC. So he could see some great playing time there as well, and that is going to be a very strong defensive line.
Last one for you, strong safety position. Leon McQuay did fill that position, but now it's probably going to be a toss-up between Chris Hawkins and now recruit 4-star safety Bubba Bolden.
Yes.
Who do you think? Does Bubba Bolden come in and make some noise in that position right away?
I think he definitely has a shot to, and that's just going to be a great battle between Hawkins and Bubba. We'll see what happens.
Well, this USC team will definitely look and feel a lot different from last season.